Hey guys, it's me, Satanic Panic, aka JB. So I'm going to continue my series here, and I'm going to do it in a short series so that it's not a long one and it's not killing you. So let's take a look at some things. I'm going to flip the camera around here. So, from our last video, we drew up stats using the 9 different systems. So in order to cover all the classes, I even threw in another one to be able to cover all the basics, so that we have a monk, a barbarian, a fighter, a sorcerer, a paladin, a wizard, a cleric, a druid, a ranger, a rogue, and a bard. So in the next video, or in this video, I'll try to cover it depending on the time that I have here, because I want to try to keep this short and simple for the sake of sanity and simplicity. So, what we've gone ahead and done is we've gone ahead and picked class. Oh, excuse me, we're up here. So we've gone ahead and picked the class. So, while you guys were gone and absent from my recording presence, I've gone ahead and picked the races. So for the bard that we had, we'll just come down here and look at my horrible handwriting. You know, as you can see here, there are some stuff that is scratched out. So I went through a lot of options, but ultimately I came to the decision of having a drow bard, a halfling rogue, a Goliath ranger. I'll also review what these races are while discussing them in the videos to come. Catfolk druid, that's kind of self-explanatory. If you don't know Goliaths, they are a mountain race that they have a rock-like skin. They usually live on top of the mountains, sometimes enslaved by giants, sometimes cooperate with giants. They can be on neutral terms with orcs. It all depends on the tribes. Let's see here. Ignore the meowing. I went with Varnara Sorcerer, which is a type of simian humanoid. They are from the Oriental Adventures setting. I went with Human Paladin. The wizard I made as a gnome. Asmodeus, give me a moment, I'll open the door, buddy. Ultimately, I went with, what did I go with here? I went with Elf Cleric. Sorry, my beloved familiar is throwing me off because he's on the other side of the door. We went with the fighter being a dwarf. The monk is a Nezumi, which is a type of rat humanoid. If you've ever seen The Adventures of Boo Boo Ratling, that's what she is. Let's see, and for barbarian, I chose a race from the Stormscape book, which is the Darfellan. Think of a humanoid that is mixed with a killer whale, and they have echolocation and like the same coloration as a killer whale. They're an aquatic race. They usually stay close to the shore, but I do believe there are ways to get around that, and I'll get into that being a creative DM. Let's see. Also, while you were gone, I went through this step, and I will explain it in its own separate video. Feats. Why we don't all take improved initiative. Flavor, power, skill, choice, and don't be afraid to plot your next 3 feats. This is very important for people who think like me, because, you know, as I'll go ahead and just show you here, you know, like when I was doing the ranger, or when I was doing the barbarian, you know, there was 2 feats that instantly popped up. Instant rage, extra rage. We'll get into that, though. So, back to the board. Figuring out your starting gold, electrum, silver, copper, or equivalency for your character. Gearing up. Usually this is going to come out of your money. So, yeah. Be prepared. Always be prepared for that. Why you need to, when you gear up, deal 3 types of damage. Slashing, bashing, piercing, or some of the other flavor. I'll go over that as well in gearing up. If you can do elemental damage, most of it's single use. We'll get into that. The big boys that you don't really have to worry about at small levels. Angels, outsiders, devils, demons are immune to elemental damage. And some of them are also immune to slashing, bashing, or piercing in one way or another. So there's ways to get around that. Equipment that you're going to need. Extendable poles. I say this and everybody's heard of it. I've seen it happen. I can't confirm nor deny that I may have been a party to it. But using enchanted animals or befriended animals or animals you've captured in order to send down a hallway to check for traps. Yeah, marbles, flour, chalk, etc. So I'm going to try to split these up into their own videos to apologize about the shortness. You know, I also am on a weird work schedule, so I'm trying to turn out, you know, videos for you guys just to be able to go through everything as quickly as possible and kind of teach you what 3.0, 3.5 is, and maybe if you get involved in later systems, you'll notice kind of the same things, and you'll kind of already be into the mindset of it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it here, and good luck.